Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajeem. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamu alaikum students, how are you all? I hope you all are fine and safe at your home, place or residence where you live. Inshallah, Ameen. I'm your teacher Ms. Sobianas from the Smart School, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan campuses and Johar campus, and this is your subject History Geography which I am teaching you. Today we will discuss your history section chapter Pakistan's chronology 1970 to 2008. Let's start discussion or explanation further for the chapter. First, we will discuss the era of 1970. West and East Pakistan, Bangladesh were one country in that era. On elections in 1970 gave Sheikh Mujibur Rahman of East Pakistan and his party Awami League an overwhelming majority. Now, legally he should have been president or prime minister, but Yahya Khan, the then president, refused to call the assembly. Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was arrested for treason but released. Riots and disturbance rocked East Pakistan. The situation which occurred at that time disturbs all the situation, and that disturbance supported the creation of East Pakistan. In 1971, the next era, the Pakistan Army intervened to restore order in East Wing. India banned flights across its borders and then invaded and quickly defeated the Pakistan Army, which had to travel thousands of kilometers by sea to reach East Pakistan. In December 1971, East Pakistan declared its independence as Bangladesh. That means intervention Pakistan Army in East Pakistan to restore law. After that, India invades, bans flights across its border. In 1971 December, East Pakistan finally declared as an independent state of Bangladesh. Now we will discuss the era of 1971 to 73. President Yahya Khan in that era, President Yahya Khan on 20th December 1971. Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, the leader of Pakistan, resigned. President Yahya Khan resigned on 20th December 1971. Then Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, leader of Pakistan People's Party, first became president and then prime minister. पहले वो president बने and then prime minister in 1973. He began a socialization and nationalization processes. मतलब वो society में उन्होंने socialization और nationalization process start किया. The government took over basic industries, banks, insurance companies and school. उन्होंने फिर आहिस्ता आहिस्ता जो है बेसिक इंडस्ट्रीज को, स्कूल्स को, कंपनीज को, बैंक्स को टुक ओवर करना शुरू किया. He made a small land reforms benefiting middle class farmers. ठीक है. Now what he did small land reforms to benefit middle class farmers. A new constitution was passed that stopped the army for having a say in the government. That means this constitution restricted army to say something in the government. The new president, Fazal Ilahi Chaudhry, was little more than a ceremonial figure. Now the next figure is of 1977 to 1979. In 1977, opposition to reforms by Bhutto's government leads to unrest and rioting. Bhutto wins the 1977 election but is accused of rigging them. Elections in 1977, however, gave Bhutto a clear majority, but he accused. The Army Chief of Staff General Mohammad Ziaul Haq seized power in July and set up another military government. फिर उन्होंने जो है जुलाई में पावर सीज कर ली and then set up new military government. Bhutto was arrested, convicted and sentenced to death for political murder. Then in 1978, General Ziaul Haq became the president. He imposed Sharia law, introduced interest-free banking, that means Islamic banking, advocated severe punishments for offense against Islam, जो भी इस्लाम के खिलाफ कुछ करेगा उसके लिए serious offense होगा, by which he hoped to win the support of the religious parties, through which he got the support of religious parties. In 1979, on April 4, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto's death sentence was carried out. In late 1979, Russia invaded Afghanistan. Afterwards, in 1979, Russia invaded Afghanistan, and this led to the Afghan refugee problem in Pakistan. Now, in 1979, the new problem occurred, that is of Afghan refugees in Pakistan. Zia accepts USA aid to support Afghanistan. Western power ignored human rights violation by Zia's government and dropped their demand for democracy. Zia's policies became unpopular. Afterwards, Zia's policy became unpopular in Pakistan and were criticized by the leaders. Now, let's discuss the next era, that is of 1984 to 1985. Now, in 1984 to 1995, referendum held by Zia to seek approval of his Islamization, the concept of Islamization, and to retain presidency till 1990. End of martial law and set up a civilian government under Muhammad Khan Junejo as Prime Minister. Junejo was dismissed. New elections were promised. Now, afterwards, the Junejo dismissed हुए and then new elections were promised. However, was not satisfied. You know that Zia, however, was not satisfied with that, but still government dissolved and new elections were held. Now we will discuss the period era from 1988 to 1990. Benazir Bhutto, daughter of Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, returned to Pakistan in April 1986 from exile in the UK. In August 1988, President Zia was killed in a very suspicious aeroplane crash. This is incident, as we all know, that occurred in 1988 with some top army staff and the US ambassador. Arnold Raffel, a temporary military government was set up with Ghulam Ishaq Khan as acting president. Elections were held in November. Kabul election November 1988 and won by Benazir Bhutto, who became Prime Minister with Ghulam Ishaq Khan as president. Benazir Bhutto was the first female political leader of a modern Islamic state. That means he is the first Islamic political leader. In 1990, Benazir government's dismissed on charge of corruption. Nawaz Sharif and IJF won the next election. He introduced privatization, encouraged foreign investments and promised to settle the differences with India over Kashmir. Now let's discuss the next era, that is of 1993. President Ghulam Ishaq Khan in that era dismissed Nawaz government, which was reinstated by the Constitutional Court. Relation between the President and the Prime Minister became bitter. Okay? That means इस एरा में ग़ुलाम रज़ा ख़ान ने गवर्नमेंट नवाज शरीफ की गवर्नमेंट को डिसमिस किया, जो कि reinstated by the constitutional court. Relationship between the president and the prime minister became bitter. ठीक है, यानी दोनों प्रेसिडेंट और प्राइम मिनिस्टर के बीच के जो रिलेशन था वो बिटर बनता गया. Both agreed to resign. New elections were held in October 1993. Benazir returned to power. Farooq Ahmad Laghari became the new president. Relation with India deteriorated. Both declared this nuclear capability fighting on ceasefire. There was unrest in the country in that era. Now let's discuss the era of 1996 to 1999. In late 1996, President Laghari dismissed Benazir's government. Nawaz Sharif was back in power. Discusses politics. President's powers to dismiss parliament curtailed. Huge sums of money borrowed from IMF Monitoring Fund and the World Bank. Farooq Laghari resigned and was replaced by Nawaz Sharif's friend Mohammad Rafiq Tarar. In 1998, in response to India, Pakistan exploded its nuclear bomb at Chaghi, which was the biggest event for us. Balochistan on May 28, 1998, relation between India and Pakistan are tense in that situation at that time. In 1999, Benazir and her husband were charged with corruption. Benazir went into exile till October 2007. Asif Ali Zardari was jailed. BJP India Prime Minister visited Lahore by bus as a sign of goodwill to show the good relationship with Pakistan. The Kargil episode also took place in July 1999. Now the October 12, 1999 to 2007 era. General Pervez Musharraf takes over Nawaz Sharif's government. Nawaz Sharif tried on many charges and sent into exile to Saudi Arabia. Then, in the period 2000 to 2001, the accountability process was begun by General Musharraf. The Supreme Court approved the military takeover and gave a 3-year deadline for general elections. General Musharraf took oath as president. Then the devolution plan and political changes had a negative effect on the economy. 9. The biggest incident that happened in the Musharraf's era, 9/11/2001. This disastrous event in New York rocked the world and proved particularly difficult for Pakistan as the perpetrator of 9/11, Osama bin Laden, was believed to be in hiding in Pakistan's neighboring country, Afghanistan. USA launched attacks on Afghanistan. Pakistan became an ally and received generous financial support from USA in return for its cooperation. In 2002 to 2007, the rule of General Musharraf, though not democratic, gave Pakistan 4 years of relative stability as well as economic growth. Elections were held in October 2002. The revised voting age was 18 years. Now, the revised voting age at that time was 18 years. Members of parliament had to be graduates. There were 3 prime ministers during this period. The National Assembly was dissolved after the completion of the 5-year term. Musharraf was re-elected as president in October 2007. Now the era of 2008, elections were postponed and held in February 2008. The PPP, Pakistan People's Party parliamentarian, won the majority vote and formed the government with Syed Raza Gilani as Prime Minister. President Musharraf resigned and Benazir Bhutto's husband and co-chairman of People's Party parliamentarian Asif Ali Zardari was elected as president in September 2008. I hope you all understand the topic really well. Uh, that till your next recorded class. Allah Hafiz, take care and thank you. Do watch your videos properly. Allah Hafiz.